Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be watching and reacting to House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 2. So this is a new show that came out, well, actually it's been out for a little bit now, I think because it's in the second season already. But it's in the Game of Thrones storyline, 200 years beforehand, and it's pretty good so far. I mean, I've only seen one episode. It was pretty intense with the birth of the baby and then the baby dying and everything, and a lot of blood, a lot of fighting. But it was good. It was well done, and I actually really enjoyed it. You know, I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard some people didn't really like House of the Dragon. I feel like the viewers are kind of split on that. You know, the Game of Thrones fans are kind of split on that. But I've also learned over time, you know, some of the Game of Thrones fans, they don't like season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones either. You know, and it does take a turn. It does change, but yeah, House of the Dragon, you know, I went into it with an open mind, and I'm going to continue with that open mind. I will be critical if I need to be, if there's something dire that happens, and I have a valid point or something I want to bring up. Like, I'll still be honest, but I want to be more open minded with the shows going forward. And you know, especially after rewatching my first Game of Thrones episode, season 1, episode 1. And just seeing how critical I was of something I didn't fully understand yet was kind of eye-opening in a way. So I'm glad Gus had me do it. I mean, he didn't make me, but he recommended it, and UNN left some nice comments as well. So thank you for that. Yeah, I've been enjoying this adventure we've been on. So I think it's been good for me, and it's also been able to see, like, I wouldn't say necessarily Game of Thrones is my absolute favorite series of all times. There's a lot of good television series that I've really enjoyed over the years. But I mean, it was definitely really well done and a really good series, and I'm happy that they're continuing on in some form of that. You know, it's fast paced, it's intense at times, and dramatic. I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say up to this point. You know, like I said, I could nitpick, but what's the point in that? You know. But yeah, let's just jump into it. I've rambled long enough. But yeah. Episode 2. So I don't know. You know, we watched the trailer, so we know a little bit about what's to come. But yeah, we'll just learn as we go.
I, Viserys Targaryen, do hereby name
Why did I bow my head?
heir to the Iron Throne.
They're using the same theme song now? That's cool. I love this song. I'm down for that. I mean, obviously it's a different opener, and maybe they'll change it up as time goes on. They used Game of Thrones music, like the main theme, at the end of last episode, but they didn't use it at the beginning. So this is cool. I'm cool with that. House of the Dragon. Here we go. Maybe. Here we go. Oh shit. It's alive?
In time.
You have dragon riders, father. Send us.
It isn't that simple, Rhaenyra.
It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
I only meant that we should at least...
Perhaps
There's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
Why don't you take the prince?
So she's finding her voice. You know, I kind of wonder if it's partly because she knows she's going to be the heir now, you know? So she has to kind of make these difficult decisions. But it would show force for sure. I don't know if he's hesitant because it would be too much force, or if he's hesitant because of the fact that without the dragons, they're nothing, or they're equals, you know? I don't know what the hesitation is, you know, but that would definitely show force for sure.
Sir Raymond Mallister, son of Lord Lyman Mallister of Seagull, winner of the melee at Cider Hall. He was the last mounted of 3 and 20 knights.
You know, this is an important decision, right? To pick someone for the Kingsguard, but clearly her father just wanted her out of the room and didn't want her in those meetings, you know? But this is still an important decision, but I feel kind of like they were just like, get out of here, you know? We'll go give you some minute tasks to do. I don't know. But it's still an important decision.
Realm's prime defense against reavers from the Iron Islands.
There's men are tawny knights. My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat. Should he not?
Of course, Princess.
Well, let us plan Sir Criston's investiture then.
That was smart. That was smart, you know? I get the whole, you know, the background. Well, I don't get it, but I understand where he's coming from as far as, like, you know, the importance of allies and that kind of thing, and you want to treat each other and, you know, work your way up to the top together and all that. But the fact is, if you've seen combat and you know combat, you know, that's still a better choice than some of these other guys, even if they're backed by different houses and stuff. I don't know. I think that was smart. Wasn't necessarily smart to keep everybody else happy, but it's smart for your protection.
My lord.
Join our families. Wed our daughter Lena. Unite the 2 great surviving Valyrian houses. With the Targaryen dragons and the Valyrian fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the crown's strongest days are ahead, not behind.
I'm really starting to feel like everybody just wants to be a part of the bloodline, you know? Because the idea is if he bangs his wife and then they have a son, that he would be the new heir? Like, is that the thought process, or am I thinking too deeply? I don't know. I don't like this arrangement. I feel like they're trying to use him, you know? I feel like everybody's trying to use him to some degree. I prefer the dragons going and showing their power, you know, and killing off the pirates rather than combining bloodlines. I don't know. I just feel like he's being used here.
I must admit, I haven't given marriage much thought. It hasn't even been half a year since Emma passed.
The realm expects you to take a new wife sooner or later, Grace, to strengthen your line and produce more heirs. You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
Wait, which one's Layla? I thought he was talking about his wife. Those maggots? Yep, certainly are.
This is our best chance to save the digit. No, Grace?
Oh, man, he's got something going on, man. Because he cut his hand last episode. It shouldn't have been that big of a deal. Now they're going to have the maggots eat the dead flesh. How's his back doing, too? Maggots! There was one time we're getting a little off topic here, but it's relatable because of the maggots. There was some, you know how you can lard your eggs? You cover them in lard. Usually you set them inside like a container with straw or something, but the lard coats the eggs to keep them from spoiling, and they can last months and months and months. But anyways, somebody had larded eggs at a place I used to work. The issue was when they put them in the container with the straw, they kind of dropped them in, I guess, so some of them broke, which in turn had the maggots come. And so I was tasked with dumping the eggs out into a field. And when I poured the container, it was like water, but it wasn't water, it was maggots. Like, that was how many maggots were in this. Some of them were bigger than what they've got on this show. And they just poured out. And it was very, very gross. Maggots are gross.
Dearly loved my own lady wife. The pain of her passing still haunts me. And to be compelled to replace her for duty's sake. You are the king, but I do not envy you.
Yeah. That was good sound advice, you know. I mean, maybe it would strengthen the houses and everything, but it's so soon. She just died last episode, you know. I mean, I'd give it some time personally, but it's different when you're a king. He does have that duty, you know. So, maybe it's important to make those kind of decisions sooner rather than later, but I don't envy him either. Oh God! She's got to be like 8 years old. What the hell are we doing? I thought she was at least 16 or something, you know. Jeez. She's younger than his daughter. She's younger than Rhaenyra. What the hell? Oh my gosh. No. My judgmental bit is coming out. I'm sorry, but... And people did get young to, people got married young and all that, but... And maybe it's my modern mindset of that age gap, you know? But it's... Well, one, okay. I'll just let it play out. But we can all agree that being a pedophile is wrong. I'm not saying the king is that. I'm just saying this is inappropriate. At least I there's no excuse. It's inappropriate.
What was it like flying the Black Dread? You were Valerian's last rider.
Only for a short time, before he died.
It would be a great honor to join our houses, as they were in Old Valyria. I would give you many children of pure Valerian blood, so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you to say? What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
This is uncomfortable, but the great thing is the Lord Grace, the king, he's doing a good job too. The actor is, because you can tell his character is uncomfortable too. You know, he's trying to do what's right for the crown, but he's uncomfortable with this idea as well.
Lena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you?
Of course it does. But I understand the order of things. I'm not sure you do. And your father is no fool.
You know, she's probably right to some extent. Or, well, not to some extent. She's right that that's how the men largely feel. It is going to be an uphill battle. Say if Rhaenyra does get announced queen, like if her dad does die and she becomes the queen, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. I think she can do it. I think she can do it. But, I mean, that is the whole idea behind remarrying, and remarrying so young is you're going to have a lot of children. That way you can have a firstborn male, you know? That is the whole concept and idea behind it. So it is something to consider for sure. That's the whole reason they're going this route. It is uncomfortable. You know, of course her mother's not happy with it necessarily, but she understands the reasoning behind it. But I think Rhaenyra would do a good job. I do. So I'd like to see the show where Rhaenyra is the queen eventually. I don't want her dad to die right away. I'd be cool with her getting a little older first. I don't know when or if he's going to die. I mean, presumably he's had all these health issues, so he's not going to live forever. None of us are, but you know, I don't want her to lose her mother and then and her brother and then lose her father all right in a row, you know? I mean, yeah, that would make her queen, but I don't think we necessarily need to fastline that storyline, you know? I think there's enough build-up that we can enjoy. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. I don't know really any spoilers, but yeah, I mean, I don't want Rhaenyra to have to go through that pain of losing another family member this close to... I mean, she just lost her mother. Feels like only yesterday, you know? Like, I don't know, as far as the storyline, how many days it's been, right? But for us, it's just episode 2, so it was literally just last time we saw it. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I brought you something. I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
This is a very kind gesture, Alicent.
So, by my earlier statements, you know, I could find what's going on here, inappropriate as well. She is young. At least she's older, you know. And also, they've not done anything inappropriate. I mean, I guess one could argue just them converting is inappropriate, but her dad sent her, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at least she's not, you know, 7 or 8 years old, you know. It's still just, never mind. We're not going to touch on that. It's 200 years before Game of Thrones, which was already really far away, and it's fictional, you know. So I need to understand that. But that was really sweet of her to have them remake that. That was really sweet of her to have the stonemasons remake that for him. Very kind gesture indeed.
Who is Lady Mysaria?
We believe
Daemon's Hall. This is nothing less than sedition.
I strongly agree, sire.
My brother wishes to provoke me. To answer is to give him what he wants.
The realm is watching, Your Grace.
Let me go to Dragonstone.
Wow. Well, that escalated. So, stealing dragon eggs now. That is crazy. That is crazy. Can't believe how did he do it? I mean, obviously he's clever and stuff. Maybe he bought some people off or whatever. But yeah, taking a dragon stone. Wow. Well, dragon egg, I should say. I don't know why I was calling it a dragon stone. I'm thinking about RuneScape. That was nice of the hand to say send him instead, you know, because he doesn't know what's upon him, what's forward, you know. So he's putting his own life at risk, but I guess that's part of being the king's hand, you know, putting your own life at risk to save the king.
Sir Criston Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Very good.
This is a truly pathetic show, Damon. Are you so desperate for the king's attention that you've resorted to skulking about like a common cutpurse?
I'm simply keeping with the traditions of my house, the same as my brother did for his heir.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Look at her. Look at her. She'll be a great queen. Look at this. Coming out. Save the day. Hell yeah. Man, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. I mean, surely she won't die. She's the main character, right? I mean, what would the show be without her? I don't know. I don't know. But hell yeah. Let's go.
You'll need to kill me.
So do it.
And be done with all this bother.
He saw us the egg! Oh, he gave it up. Well, that's nice he didn't want to kill his niece. Look at her being a badass. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! That was smart. That was smart to bring a dragon with her. I mean, that's the only way she would have got there in time and stuff, but way to be a leader. You know? Way to show your strength. Be a leader. Get the egg back. Very good. I don't know why he gets to keep a dragon anyways. I mean, maybe it's his dragon, but yeah. Yeah. That was awesome. That was awesome. Way to show. You can be a leader.
Your Grace. Proud men don't like having to look up.
Lena Valarian.
Lord Corlys is your master of ships. And she is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
She will mature.
Okay, she's 12. Okay. She looks like she's 8. No, it's nice that the king is thinking about these kinds of things, you know? 12 years old. See, I knew the king was kind of not fully on board with this idea. But yeah, what a badass display of his daughter. Getting that egg back. That's pretty important, you know? That's really important, really. She did a great job.
You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
Mother would have understood.
Lord Varys would be pleased. Everybody's worried about the realm. Your first duty is to the realm. Lord Varys is not even born yet, but he would be very pleased to hear that. Oh man, this is good. This is good. I appreciate the he was mad at her and he was upset, but then he kind of calmed down and was happy with how things ended up being. He's making some strong points. I would have said you're my only daughter instead of you're my only heir. I feel like that would have been a little more touching moment for her to hear that he doesn't want his daughter dying rather than I don't want my heir to die. But, maybe it means the same thing. I don't know. I mean, maybe this is good enough,
Did this. Just as I do.
I intend to marry. The Lady Alicent Hightower. Before Spring's End.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
Well, that took a turn. I don't know. I mean, he at least has gotten to know her a little better, But I don't know if that was the right move as a king, But he is the king. He gets to make his decisions. I don't know. This guy's not very happy. This guy's not very happy at all.
I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Well, that just shows the king made a bad decision. King made a bad decision. As far as with the houses and all that. I mean, wow. All right. Damn. Well, King's allies are starting to fall apart. That's not good. It's not good. I mean, at least he chose someone older than 12. And I'm saying that not as a judgmental statement, but like someone closer to your age, you're going to have more of the same thought process. He's picking someone that's more mature. Still young, but more mature and more understanding. I mean, heck, she lost a mother. He lost his wife. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to watch the behind the scenes. If I have anything to say about that, I'll put it in. Otherwise, I'll do a recap here in just a little bit.
We're talking about 6 months since Emma's death. We wanted to capture the idea that Rhaenyra...
Okay, so right off the bat, 6 months since Emma's death. So I didn't realize it was moving so fast. To us, it was one episode, but it's been 6 months. Okay. Hello there. I am super tired. We got up at 5:15 this morning to go vote. Election day in the States, so we'll see what happens there. About the show, though, good episode. I wanted to say something to you guys. I can see why some people get frustrated with my reaction videos. I'm rewatching it, and I watched the whole episode twice. So I'm rewatching the episode and my reaction. And a couple things. Like, they clearly stated they wanted him to marry Layla, who was their daughter. And I immediately jumped to, oh, he's going to marry the guy's wife, which just doesn't make sense. And so I just don't know why I missed that. And then, I went on a tangent about their daughter and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I also don't understand how I missed that it had been 6 months since the first episode. Like, it didn't click in my head until the end of the episode. But they referenced her death like 3 or 4 different times, saying it had been 6 months. And I didn't pick up on that. So I don't know. I'm not sure how great of a reaction was. Like, because I'm watching this and I'm like, man, this is garbage. I look like an idiot. So I completely understand those that get frustrated with me. And I just wanted to say I understand, because I was getting frustrated myself with rewatching this one. I still stand by everything I said, but it was frustrating that some of the stuff I was like, man, I really understood that and picked up on it the second time through. Why I didn't understand it the first time through, I don't know. But another good episode. It's kind of an origin story for the men becoming evil and fighting against the king eventually, I'm sure. But I thought it was well done. I thought it was a good episode. And I look forward to seeing more. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are of the show. Have you gotten this far in the show before? And also, I want to give a shout out to Abigail. I think it's Black Widow, and Marjo of France. I just want to say hello. Hopefully, you're both still doing well. And hopefully you enjoyed the first episode and are enjoying these as they come out. I am filming this Tuesday morning at 8:25 a.m. I'm trying to make sure we get this posted on time on Thursday. I've been having trouble with these videos, with at least the first episode, where I had to re-edit it probably 6 to 8 times. So I wanted to give myself enough time to be able to do that. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. But thanks so much for watching, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.